Welcome to Konveyor Community Call. Today is March 6th, 2025. My name is Savita Raghunathan and I am your host today. We abide by Konveyor Code of Conduct, which means be nice to one another. And this call will be recorded and available on YouTube for later viewing. I'm going to pause to say hi or introduce themselves before we dive into the agenda.
Hi, let me do that first. My name is Raghuram Devarkonda. I work for Cloud Casa. So we have a backup product for Kubernetes, right? So we have a native solution for Kubernetes backup and restore, and we do help some customers migrate their data from one platform to the other. So I stumbled onto Konveyor while doing some searching, and I thought it is interesting, and hoping to get some good information out of these calls, and maybe I can contribute as well. Thank you.
Welcome to Konveyor Community Program. Please feel free to ask any questions, anything that you may have. We do have Slack. We are active in Slack, which is a part of Kubernetes, Slack workspace, and all the links are available in the agenda doc, which I have pinned in this meeting chat. So if you scroll up, you might be able to see the ways where you will be able to reach out to us.
Sure. Yeah, I'm on Slack already, so definitely. Thanks.
Wonderful. Thank you. Anyone else?
Again, next. I'm Gloria Cellarini. I'm a senior software engineer at Red Hat, and I recently started contributing to Konveyor in the last few months. That's it.
Welcome to Konveyor Community, Gloria.
Hi, my name is Jordi Gill. I work for Red Hat as well, and I'm joining with Gloria as well recently to work in the Konveyor project.
Welcome to Konveyor Community, Jordi. It's wonderful to have you both here.
Thank you.
All right, then. We do have an amazing demo from Gloria today. And Gloria, whenever you're ready, I'll stop presenting my screen and you can start sharing yours.
Yeah, sure. Here, sure. Let me know if you can see the terminal. No? Okay, cool. Okay, so today I'll present the work that me and Jordi have been done in the last months. So we work on adding the asset generation feature to Konveyor. When I said asset generation, I meant that we have an application deployed on a platform. We want to grab its configuration, analyze it, and rework it a bit, and create a canonical manifest that can be used as input for a second step, the generate one, that relies on some templating engine that use this canonical manifest as input for creating assets that can be used for deploying the application on another platform. I'll explain it better. So we start adding two commands in Contra CLI, the discover and the generate. Let's start taking a look to the command. So first of all, we can list all the supported platform as for the discovery. So this means as input platform. So far, we only support Cloud Foundry v3 with a local manifest. So let's start digging a bit on what we can do with Cloud Foundry. For sure, we need as input an application, a Cloud Foundry application manifest that we can analyze to create the canonical manifest. So we create an example Cloud Foundry Cloud Foundry manifest. Sorry, it's an application that is has a name, CF Node.js, has some build packs, memory, how many instances we want. And we use this as example, as input for the discovery. So the discover Cloud Foundry commands once the input the application manifest and will print out the canonical manifest that we generate after analyzing the input configuration. Of course, we can decide to print this canonical manifest into a file, and this will be useful for the second step. We can use the output flag for this, provided by the command. And this file will be used, as I said, as input for the second step of the asset generation, that is the generation. So we have the other command that is the contra generate. We support has templating engine at the moment only Helm. So we can investigate what the Helm command needs. It needs the path of the Helm chart directory and the discovery, the canonical manifest that we generate just a few seconds ago with the discover command. So we create an example Helm chart, so this is what it's inside. So this is the chart.yaml. We have as a template config map, and so this config map expects to retrieve the values from the canonical manifest that we generate earlier. So we want to grab the name of the application, the build packs, the timeout, or the instances. But we also have a non-Kubernetes file, a Docker file, basically. And it wants to grab from the canonical manifest the name of the application. Okay, so now that we have everything in place, we can run the command generate. So we specify the Helm chart directory, the canonical manifest location, and the command prints out the rendered files. So the config map with all the values that he grabs from the canonical manifest, and the Docker file as well. We can also store all these information in a directory. So we will find, of course, using the output flag. And we'll find out what that will have the config map.yaml and the Docker file that have been generated. Here it is. And that's it. Any question?
Thank you for the wonderful demo, Gloria. It's very clear and well, the flow is really good. So I just want to ask if you have a link to this, and we can just put that in the agenda. That'll be amazing for folks who might want to just
link to the demo or to the code.
The link to the demo.
Okay, yes, sure, I can add it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And thanks, Jordi, as well working on this. If anyone has any questions on the asset generation, any thoughts, please feel free to add in the chat here or in the Slack channel. We'll be happy to answer. Now, moving on to the open discussion items. The first one is from Dylan. I just saw him here, but I don't see it. I mean,
looks like he had to leave. I just saw him just standing up for whatever reason, so probably chasing one of his kids. I guess he'll be back soon.
Cool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and have. Oh, he's back. Hey, Dylan.
Sorry. Kid was doing other crazy crap in the house. I assume release updates is where I'm at. Drew?
Yeah.
All right, let me share my screen. All right. So I just wanted to call out a few things. We did cut release 061 this week. So this is available now in Operator Hub. I made sure, let me confirm this before I say it out loud. Contra should have the binaries published as well with a full change log here. So that's all good. I linked that there. I scheduled 062 for, I just picked April 1st, kind of arbitrarily. You know, I don't know, this is flexible if we find something that's critical, but I didn't see any major critical bugs that we had to address. 07, figured we could spend some time talking about that as well. I updated the release page on the community doc. We're past the enhancement freeze. We've already been working on 07 for a while. The features that we have locked in are, the first is finishing support for Node.js and Python in the hub. So I linked. Thanks, buddy. Enhancement was already kind of approved for that. That work was done a while ago for the two providers. It just only worked from the CLI. So, okay. You have to give me 1 second, please. Give me. Oh God. All right. Yeah. Even I don't even care if this is recorded. Quick aside. Less than 30 minutes ago, I walk upstairs. My son had a Sharpie, and my entire walls upstairs were just lines of Sharpies going across the entire thing. It was actually insane. So.
It's modern art, Dylan. What are you saying?
Yeah. And now someone's at my door. Can someone please just cover the rest of these features for me for 1 second? This is like crazy. Sorry. I'll be right.
Can anyone take it from here? Well, I think I can actually.
Yeah, that'd be great. I've been so in the Kai land that I've not been following this part at all.
Yeah, cool. So,
Yeah, thanks, Salmon.
Dylan is back.
All right.
Are you back?
All right. Yeah. I think I'm
Okay.
good. All right. So S generation, obviously Gloria just demoed that, so that's great. That includes the platform discovery integration, specifically on Cloud Foundry. So the support that we have right now is the ability to take in a Cloud Foundry manifest. I think 071 will probably want to enhance that to actually go and talk directly to Cloud Foundry. But we obviously have the pipes now in place to go and extend that. We can add new platform discoverers. There's a lot of work we could take on after 070 is released. And then this work's already done as well, which is upgrading Keycloak. So we moved to Keycloak 26, which was a pretty significant migration. So you can follow this trail, this link here, which will show the PR that actually went updated. It's a new operator that we're dependent upon, but it all seems smooth so far. So on top of that, I have a Kanban that's sort of up to date. I think we probably have a bunch of like bugs that don't have the milestone attached to it. But so I'm just kind of raising this for awareness that if you have stuff that you know you're working on, or I actually think I was looking at the untriaged list. I think there's a lot of stuff that's been fixed. No one ever stuck a milestone on it, so it's not showing as done on this list. You please just go back. If you retroactively add the milestone, make sure it's on this board. You can just move it to done, and then that way we can grab this stuff for the change log. But that's all actively in flight. I think that's all I wanted to call out. Any questions, concerns? That's it. Thanks.
Thank you, Dylan. Let me just share my screen real quick. I just have two things to call out. One is the Konveyor presents at KubeCon. KubeCon is going to be in London this time. The Europe one is in London from April 1st to April 4th, if I'm not wrong. But it starts on April 1st, and I'm pretty sure. So we do have folks from Konveyor team who's going to be there. Jonah and Ramon, who are on the call, they are going to be there. And there is going to be a kiosk in the project pavilion where there would be, they would showcase demos, and they would be there to answer any questions related to Konveyor, talk ideas, and more fun stuff. So we do have 2 slots for Konveyor. I have the time down, and that is the local time, local London time. And the kiosk number is going to be 2B. So if you go into the KubeCon website, you'll be able to see a little map of where it is located. And there is also a project lightning talk on Tuesday that is going to be given by Jonah. And if you are interested in learning more, I have the link in the agenda, so you can click on it and see the abstract. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to any one of them or in the Slack. We are open 24/7, but just to remember, we might not be replying 24/7. I just want to pause. I see Ramon's video come up. I'm going to pause and see if he wants to add anything to it.
Very quickly, we'll have T-shirts. That's it. So happy to meet any one of you, and we will have T-shirts in there. So happy to give you one.
And I think it might be a wonderful opportunity to also learn what's going to be in the pipeline for Konveyor, what are all the interesting things coming up in Konveyor. So if you have time, please check it out. And another update that I have is Konveyor's participation in Google Summer of Code. We do have one proposal that got accepted, and John Matthews, the primary mentor, and I'll be the secondary one. And if you want to learn more about the proposal, you can click on the link that is in the chat. And according to the timeline now, February 27th to March 24th is the time that the potential contributors can talk to the mentors about the ideas and stuff. And the actual application opens on March 24th. That's it from me. Does anyone have anything to add? All right, I'm just going to open it up for open discussion items for a minute or so. I'm gonna pause for like 30 seconds. If I don't hear anything, then I'd give you all the time back.
Could someone, maybe Fabian, maybe I think we should at least for this call, can we just call out the Kai 01 plan date so that it's recorded, since Kai is part of Konveyor too?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to call out any specific date, but I will say that right now we have the Kai V01.0 pre-release out, which is going to be our first relatively stable version. Let me see if I can find a link for that real quick. So the GitHub release is here. So for people who haven't been following along, Kai is Konveyor AI. So we have the analysis engine that identifies issues in your code base to assist manual migration. Kai is a component that sort of plugs into the IDE, sits on top of all that work, and gives you more of a AI-assisted migration process attempting to solve both the identified issues and any follow-up issues that happen, compilation errors, package not found errors, issues in the POM, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So if anybody is interested in that, the pre-release build is in pretty good shape. We'll probably have maybe one more build and see if we have any more issues as people test it out more. Savitha, would you mind linking to a good like getting started page? I don't have one. Let's see. Actually, yes, I do. I'm a liar. It's this one. Here's a good getting started. I think. So if anyone wants to try that out, see how it works, give any feedback, much appreciated. It's pretty cool, and I think it adds quite a lot of value to the core analysis engine. I don't know. Do you want anything else?
No, that's perfect. Thanks. I just figured it worth calling out.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I would have probably thought of that too if I hadn't just come out of the 3-hour pre-release testing session.
Thank you. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Fabian. And folks have any questions about Kai, please feel free to reach out. You know where to find us. Yeah. Does anyone have anything else to share?
I can share about the tags and tiers we use in Tackle UI tests just for the community.
Sure. Go ahead.
All right.
Let me stop presenting.
Yeah, sharing my screen.
Thank you, Shweta.
I have documented the tags and tiers we are using in Tackle UI tests. We have interop tag, which is used by the interop team and for different clusters like ROSA, STS, and RO clusters. It includes about 7-8 tests, which test sanity. And then there is a CI tag, which we use for PR gettings for dev and QE PRs. It has various constraints like limited resources as the tests are run on Minikube and it cannot take very long time. It cannot run tests with credentials. So we are currently running source analysis and issue validation. It takes about 20 to 30 minutes to finish. We are planning to include some more tests that does not include credentials, source plus dependency analysis. Once the tests are stabilized, we'll include them here. There are tier 0 tests, which are run on stage and production testing and on nightly runs on Konveyor CI. It also has 6 to 7 tests that test basic sanity for MTA. Then there is tier 1, which includes more analysis test with credentials. It is run on Jenkins. So there's no constraint for credentials. It has binary source plus dependency analysis. It also runs on nightly for Konveyor CI. Then there are tier 2 tests, which run CRUD functionality tests for all pages in UI. Tier 3 runs sorting and filtering tests for all functionality. And tier 2 has load and performance test. So these are the tags and tiers that we have currently. So any suggestions, any improvements, any changes are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Shweta. Does anyone have any questions related to the UI test and tiers?
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Eleni.
Thank you. Okay then. I think I'm gonna call one more time. Does anyone want to share anything else?
I have a more general question, if there is the right time.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I mean, I just started looking into this, right? So, this is Raghu, by the way. So I see several Git repositories. So I'm just wondering, so one is Konveyor organization in GitHub, and the second one I found is migration tools, where Crane and other reports are there. I'm guessing they're related, right? I mean, the migration tools organization also is related to Konveyor.
Sort of. So not technically, but you'll find that a lot of the common contributors also contribute there. That is a so there was a project called Crane. Crane was meant for Kubernetes to Kubernetes migration. That never actually made its way into Konveyor, but a lot of engineers that are working on Konveyor also help build Crane. So the migration tools organization is technically not related to Konveyor. Crane is not a part of Konveyor. Nothing that you find there was actually a Konveyor project.
Oh, okay.
Just a common overlap in engineering.
So is the tool still used actively, you think, or not used?
Crane is not really used. No.
Oh, okay. By the way, we do work with the OADP team in Red Hat, Scott and Wes and others, because I attend the Valero community calls. And as you know already, right, Mike, now the OADP team is very active there. So I know some folks there. And I see some of them, like Scott Siago is as a contributor to at least, I think I've seen in some repos. So I'm sort of guessing that maybe they're working on this as well.
Same team used to work on it, no longer is in active development. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it. Thank you.
I see a question in the chat about move to cube. I don't think anyone on this call has extensive move to cube experience outside of what we've prototyped with getting acid generation in. Maybe Ramon, who's the best person to reach out to for move to cube help? Is it Ashok?
Ashok, probably. So yeah, the thing about move to cube, let me share something that might clarify this and the previous question as well. Back in the day when Konveyor was started, this was some sort of a umbrella community that had multiple projects underneath it. So Konveyor was an overarching community initiative, and then we had different projects. We had Forklift, Crane, Tackle, and Move to Cube. And the thing is, at some time, it's been more than 2 years since that, we decided to focus on one of the projects, Tackle, which became Konveyor itself. So instead of having Konveyor as an overarching community, we wanted Konveyor to become an actual project. And then we moved all the non-integrated projects such as Forklift and Crane outside of the Konveyor community, and Move to Cube remained in a strange limbo because there were plans for integration between Move to Cube and the mainline Konveyor, but that never happened. So Move to Cube lives under the Konveyor GitHub organization, but it's not part of the Konveyor toolkit. And basically, with asset generation, what we're trying to do is replace Move to Cube and have it fully integrated within the Konveyor toolkit. So I think IBM Research still maintains the project. I would say Ashok Kumar should be your guy if you have questions around that. But the proof that they're not active in the Konveyor community is that they don't join these calls anymore. So I would reach out to them and see if they can provide any answers to your questions. But it's not an active Konveyor component anymore. I hope that answers the question.
Thank you, Ramon. All right.
It's not that it's not used anymore. It's just that it's not part of the core Konveyor toolkit. It's not integrated with the Konveyor project. I don't know if any organization out there is using Move to Cube. I don't know the degree of maintenance that it has right now from IBM Research. It's just that we are not connected anymore. We have left those repositories under the Konveyor organization, GitHub organization, for logistics, basically, because the way they generated their images and the pipelines and so on and so forth. So it's there. It's not part of the Konveyor toolkit. We don't have any updates on its current status. So I will recommend to reach out to their engineering team, to the engineering team maintaining that. It's from IBM Research. And try to get an answer there. We don't know that much ourselves.
Okay, so if you're still don't know who to reach out to, just make a post on the Konveyor Slack. We will be able to tag the person.
Yes, that's a very
yeah.
good, very good idea.
We can go from there. Cool. Does anyone have any other question? Anything else to add? All right. Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions, anything that you want to ask our team or any of the contributors in Konveyor, please feel free to make a post in Slack channel. And we do have mailing list. You can reach out to us via the mailing list as well. And we will meet again at this time in a month, the first Thursdays. So we moved the time. So if you have any thoughts on the new cadence, please feel free to let us know as well. Thank you. Take care.
Thanks, everyone.
See you in a month.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.